Hello everyone, welcome to Canadian Edge. We are going to review another knife today, and that knife is the CRKT Terrestrial. It's a good sized knife. I have been liking this knife for the last couple weeks, been carrying it in my pocket off and on. And it has a blade size of 3.375 inches. Open it's 7.75 inches and closed it's 4.375 inches. The steel on it is 8CR 13 MOV, so that's our budget steel. And it is a spear point type blade. I guess that's what they're calling it. And the weight on it is 4.33 ounces. So it does have a little bit of weight to it, but nothing too bad. The handles are G10, and we do have the stainless steel liners as well, and they are machined. I don't think you can actually see that, but they do have a bit of machining in them. No, you can't see it. Anyway, they do have a bit of machining in them to lighten them up. And it does have the open spine with a little bit of a spacer at the back here and jimping for grip purposes, I guess. And the pocket clip on this is a right hand carry only. So it's tip up, but deep pocket. But it's right hand only, so you've only got that option with it. And it is a liner lock as well. It's got the IKBS ball bearing pivot system in it, which is CRKT's go-to ball bearing system. And it does have the flipper opening, which I've been enjoying flipper opening knives. A lot easier for me. It does have a bit of a finger choil here, and you've got a bit of a rise up on the blade there, so you can take different grips with this knife. And you can see the blade fairly well lines up down the middle, and there is no blade play in the knife at all. It's good and solid, so that's good. So one of the things I really enjoyed about this knife from the moment I took it out of the box is how smooth the pivot system is on it. It's super easy to open, and you do have a little bit of a detent there just so it doesn't drop on you, but you get it down past that detent and the blade drops down. So it's been a good fidget knife as well. It's fun to play with, and you can see the blade comes down pretty easy on there. So yeah, and I like the handles, got lots of grip on them, so you can easily get a good grip on the handles, so that's nice too. So I love the look of this knife. I really like the style of the blade, and like I said, the handle, it's good. You get good ergonomics with this. It's comfortable, solid grip. I don't think it would slip very much if you had wet hands or something, but it seems to be good. And then you've got the versatile grips that you can do because of the finger choil and that. And it's good in the pocket, fits well in the pocket. It is a bigger knife, so it is slightly bulky in the pocket, but nothing that causes any problems. It fits quite nicely in my pocket anyway. And one of the things that I did like about it as well, they put the pocket screws flush. They sunk it down, and so the screws are flush, so you don't have the screws grabbing at your pocket and tearing them away. So I like that. And it is a fairly stiff pocket clip, not too bad. Yeah, average. So it does grip quite well, but it's easy to get in and out of your pocket. The only real complaint I have about this knife, and I don't know if you can see it, but the liner lock is almost level with the handle, and it is not the easiest to get to. You have to use your thumbnail to get to it, so it's not always that great. They could have extended it just a little bit for my liking, just slightly. I have other knives that the lock is extended out just slightly, and it allows you to get that grip. So it's not the easiest to grip the liner lock on that. But that's the only real complaint I have about this knife. Otherwise, I really like the knife. It'll easily be one of my EDCs and carry that around for a while. So let's see what we got for sharpness here. The HCR13 has been coming fairly sharp on the other knives, especially like the Kershaw, and this one seems to be doing quite well also. So get that out of the way. And we'll try the old zip tie. See how that fares now, because it does have the curved blade. Oh, I was going to say you have to watch it sliding up the blade, but blade actually went through before I really started to give a good pull. So it's fairly sharp blade. And that I just pulled the string back and it cut. I don't know if I can get hold of that to cut both of these. Nope. Nope, we won't try that one because I'll end up cutting myself. And the nylon cord, I'm going to assume it, yeah, goes through that without any real trouble at all. So it is a fairly sharp knife. And size-wise, let's take a look here. You got your mini Griptilian. So it is a little bit bigger than the mini Griptilian. And the mini Osborne. Again, it's a little bit, mostly blade length. The handles aren't too much difference. Oh, a little difference in the handles, but mostly blade length. So it is a little bigger knife, and but it's a comfortable knife to hang on to and use. You can see it's not too thick, but it fits into the hand really well. They've done a nice job, and the flipper gives you a bit of a finger guard there. And I have a couple knives now that have the bump back here for grip, and it seems to work a lot better for my hands. I do have some that, like the one Kershaw Halogen, it's more flatter back there, and I found that it wasn't as good a grip. It didn't feel as ergonomic as this knife or other knives do. So yes, I've been enjoying this. As I said, it's got a super easy pivot system on it. It takes almost no effort to open that up. Just a little flick of the finger and it's open. And like I say, get it past the detent and it drops closed. No problem. And they're not a bad price. You can pick them up between $50 and $60 for these knives, and they seem like a good knife. I'm looking forward to carrying this one for a while. So that is the CRKT Terrestrial. Check them out at your local knife shop and see what you think. But until next time, when we do another knife review, you stay safe and stay sharp.